Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode number 3 of the All Talk Show podcast, where anything goes and everything is open for discussion. You've been warned, so cover your ears, open your mouths, tell us what you want us to talk about, and, we're getting some echo here? I know, I'm just getting some echo on my end. So, that's an interesting way to start off the show. Anyway, my name is Tony Mango. I'm your host, joined by a crew of a bunch of different people that you guys should be used to by now. Starting off, introducing Drew White.
Hello.
Stephen Wago.
Fucking amateur here with Tony Mango.
It's amateur hour.
That was
That's
an
what the
odd thing
All Talk Show
coming
is.
through with Blog Talk on Firefox for me instead. I realized what the issue was.
You say
we've got-
Firefox?
Firefox? Yeah, it's the one that's got the little logo of the tire, but on fire from The Simpsons. You know. We've got Mike Paden on the line. He's covering the soundboard. He should be popping in here and there with some little sound effects and stuff. What's up, Mike?
Drew looks like a gopher.
Yeah, that's a sound effect that we've got.
I think he looks more like a gerbil.
I missed you guys. I really did.
And the guy who misses us here, Miguel Leon.
Yeah, it's been a while since I've appeared on NPR, but I'm back. You know, work's getting nice and sorted out, so I'm able to make an appearance back on Mega Powers Radio.
Good to have you, Snarf.
Hey, I provided you that boo sound, so shut up.
Yeah, that was your fucking mistake, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know, hindsight.
We've got Caroline Oliveira is going to be joining us a little bit later on. We might have some other people popping in here and there. And once we get the chat up and running on the website, then we'll have the chat going. We'll be able to talk about what you guys are talking about there. As I mentioned before, and if you guys have listened to the first and the second episode of this podcast, we don't go into this with set topics to talk about. We just kind of eat up 2 hours of our time and let things roll how they do. So if you want us to talk about a particular subject or whatever, call in, light up the chat room, whatever the case may be, 760-512-7247 or 713-955-0363 are the two numbers you can call in with, or you can call in using Skype, or you can send carrier pigeon, or a lot of other options that we've got here. That's how it works.
I've become quite proficient in smoke signals.
Those smoke signals are going to go through pretty well. We've had some good luck with smoke signals in the past. Sometimes they don't translate 100%. Sometimes there's a little bit of glitches, but you get a solid smoke signal. Maybe Paden can tell you how to do that, and guaranteed we'll answer your smoke signals.
All right,
Well, wait a minute.
Fucking long.
I purposely wanted to track that out.
What's that signal? What's that signal up there? It's either Paden just started the All Talk Show or Rob Van Dam's in town. I can't tell.
It's the bat signal. That's what it is. No. Mega Powers Radio. We only have Drew in the chat and myself and Paden. So, boo. Come on, guys. Join it.
What are you talking about? The chat's just live and rolling here on Mega Powers Radio. What are you talking about?
Oh,
And if
yeah,
you- if
we've
you're-
got Moro Supremo, we've got the Awesome Piano Man, we've got Ferris419. They're all
We got
here
the-
tonight.
Hey, where's
We got
Ferris
the-
and his chickadee? They're supposed to be here.
Yeah.
They're like
should've-
our biggest fans.
Chickadee.
Yeah, we got the silent wind of meh.
I'm not
Here
sure
as
if that's more offensive than calling her a bird.
You should have promoted that I'd be on. They would just line up to take dumps all over me, apparently.
No, it's all shit on Miguel show.
Yeah.
Poopy.
All right, so if we've got no topics, I got a few topics we could talk about.
Oh, god damn it, Miguel.
Hello?
What if-
Oh, Caroline's on there.
Yay.
Hi! Okay, it works now.
Yay.
You joined right after somebody just said the shit all over thing.
Oh.
Hi.
Hello!
Hey, Caroline, I need to hear you say poop.
What? You want to... I need to say poop?
Yeah.
Poop?
No, Miguel hasn't heard it say it.
Poop, poop, poop.
I don't get it.
Out of context, this makes no sense whatsoever.
It's fine. It's fine. They're just taking shots at me. Hi, by the way, I'm a former affiliate of Mega Powers Radio. My name's Miguel.
What? You're a former, but you're on
nice
right
to meet
now.
you, Miguel.
This
It's
actually
been a while.
isn't a shot at you, Miguel. This is a reference to the last episode.
Oh, okay. I always assume that everything you guys say is a shot at me somewhere.
No,
Well, the
no,
next
shot at-
hour and a half of the show is going to be a shot at you. But
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah,
It-
Drew is incredibly happy that you're here tonight, so he doesn't have to be the target the whole night.
Well-
That's why I got my shot at him done early, so I can spend the rest of the show on you.
Oh, I'm sure he just gummed up his keyboard, just came so hard when he heard I was going to be on here. It's like, oh, finally, I won't be the target tonight.
I'm sure that's
No, I heard your voice, Miguel, and I was like, oh fuck.
Hey, Miguel, do you remember that
I'm scared.
time that you said that thing about Kane?
Don't
and then
say that. Don't. I knew you were going to bring that up as soon as you started talking.
Do you think Kane has a shot? That was the
Shut
real
up,
question.
Drew. Shut up, Mimsy.
that joke has had so much more legs after the past couple of months.
And the best part is, he never fucking said it.
Right.
I never said it.
Well, no, you should...
I voted for Kane in the match against Daniel Bryan. I think it was at Extreme Rules. No, because everybody else wanted Bryan, and then Drew just went on this rant, like he lost his mind against me.
Except it was an unplausible thing. There was no shot of him actually winning the match. He did not have a shot. Like, I was actually going to bring that up. And
Did
it's
that win best meme of
No.
2014 for Smart Out moment?
No,
No.
it was up there though.
The best jokes.
But we actually have several listeners that have said that they want you to kill yourself.
It didn't surprise me.
Did you listen to the Best and Worst Awards show?
I haven't had a chance to.
You
should.
got to check it out. It's really fun.
You got to, because it's
10
just
segment show or
it's just no, it's just Paden and Steven smoking the entire time with Sean cutting in and out on his phone.
Yeah, seriously, I was stoned as fuck. I was like gnawing on this fucking gingerbread cookie's head.
You can tell the progression of how stoned he gets, because it starts off and he's just kind of like, hey, what's up? And then by like the third video, Wago's
He's just like chilling back in his chair.
if Wago and I
looking at
aren't
the camera.
talking, then I'm making these faces that's making him crack up in
Let's
the
put it this
background.
way. In the first video, he's British. By the fifth video, he's Japanese.
There's 5. I thought there was just 4. Oh well, who the fuck cares?
It might be 4. I don't know. I think there's 5.
It's 7. 2.
There's about 15. Something like that.
Just laugh at the fucking joke.
What was that? What was that explanation?
Ah!
Oh, you're pulling a Booker.
Right.
What was that explanation? That one joke it was like, fuck it. I know this wasn't it, but I can't think of another what the actual thing was. But it was something like somebody saying like he's wrong or something, and we ended up getting to the point where we're like, he means he's wrong. Do you know what I'm talking about? Fuck.
No.
Oh, you brought it up like a week ago.
Is this something we do?
You
Or
can't
something?
expect me to remember something I did a week ago.
We still don't know that one theme that we've been trying to remember for a long time now.
Which
Yeah,
themes?
I don't know. We've been replacing people's names and themes and stuff for so long that it gets so confusing to remember which ones are what.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm bringing up
Wait,
my
is that all still
Miguel.
related to the poop? I'm so confused.
just all the poop thing.
Yeah,
Last
this is the old
episode,
food show.
You had said poop, and Paden said something about the way that you said that was cute or something, and we followed it up like 2 or 3 other times in that episode with asking you to say poop.
Oh.
It
was
is
like
a
2
thing
weeks
that
ago.
happens around here. It does happen. And apparently the fire. Miguel, did you forget to? Miguel, did you forget to turn your food off there?
No, I actually opted to not pick up fast food on my way here because I knew you guys would just dump on me for eating during the show. Hey, Miguel, how's everything? All right, hold on, guys.
Oh,
That's
he made the joke for us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm gonna basically burn through all my memes within the first hour just so that Drew has no material by the end of the show.
Hey, Miguel, do your impression of your running sink. Oh shit!
No, that's not
pretty
it
good.
at all. No.
Okay, now do the impression of your eyebrows.
Oh, that's a good one. Very good.
I'm trying to bring up that list right now. I forgot how many different options we had. There was like 100 choices or something for the best joke of the year. Ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I know
I
that
would've-
one of the top
I would've-
ones was the Ricky the Steamboat one. I know that one was up there.
Steam.
I thought the Eliminator was gonna win best of the year. I mean, we got a lot of mileage out of that one.
Yeah, it kind of
No
died
one
down a little bit
was.
from last year because it was more of like a last year thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of things with that died down.
Oh yeah, half the roster pretty much.
Pretty much. I don't know. we still got dead family around, so
When
never
you got
know.
Family.
Hey guys,
No,
I'm
you can't
serious
do it. Bane's
though.
gotta see.
How about President Obama vetoing the Keystone XL pipeline? Eh?
I
Is
don't
it
know
a
what that
politics
is.
on here?
pipeline used?
The Nintendo DS XL pipeline?
Yeah. It's not happening now. It sucks.
So wait, so Mario doesn't have a pipe to go down? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Okay.
That's what happened.
So wait, what does it
Yeah.
mean? What is this thing you speak of?
Okay, well, essentially, we're always on the craze of figuring out how we're going to get our gas because we don't want to take it from the Middle East no more, and there's just always this crazy thing trying to find how we're going to get gas so we can drive around in our cars. Well, we had this bright idea that we have all this gas up in Alaska. All you got to do is get it from Alaska down to the mainland. So they wanted to build this giant pipeline that goes all the way from Alaska through Canada, up through, I think it was the Dakotas or some crap like that, into the mainland United States. And there was all this arguing about it from environmentalists over how it's going to be, like, bad for freaking, I don't know, loons and fucking mosquitoes and shit, whatever animals to be affected by a pipeline.
Oh no, mosquitoes. Oh no.
Not only that, I mean, from what I heard, one of the big financial reasons was they couldn't figure out how people were going to be able to best financially take advantage of this. You know, I think they wanted to make it more of a public works project that would be funded by the that would be taken care of by the government, but there were also, you know, oil companies that wanted to take, you know, the reins of it. It was this weird thing about who was going to divvy up who would make the most money, and they just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, and they've been arguing about this for, like, God, what was it, like 15 years? Really long time. And basically today is going to be the nail in the coffin. It's not happening.
We're making good money anyway with a lot of the shale deposits that we've been mining into. They've had a lot of oil. That's how we were able to get the oil prices down. We've been able to just find new deposits up near like Montana and stuff like that.
That's
for us
not,
to drill into.
not the same kind of oil.
Oh.
That's natural gas. That's methane. We could use that to power other things, but methane gas is separate. And if you want to talk about fracking, I could tell you all about the problems with fracking.
Mm-hmm.
If we really want to get into an environmental discussion here.
Yeah, I fracked once and I got a real bad rash.
You gotta loosen your grip there, buddy.
Nah.
Yeah, I tried.
Well, I want to be more positive about it. If there's one thing that I would encourage, rather than fracking or rather than the XL pipeline, it is the new electrical cars that we're having going and continue getting a good electrical grid for people to power up. And one man that's trying to push that is my homeboy, Elon Musk.
I don't know. See,
Do you know him?
Elon Musk kind of comes off a little bit like a pre-Bond villain to me.
Good.
Like, he seems like he's got a lot of good ideas and he's, you know, working towards like a lot of good things and stuff, but something's gonna go wrong here. And when that happens, it's gonna be like, I don't know, something from The Spy Who Loved Me. We're gonna get like Atlantis.
Look,
Missiles
I'm sure
are gonna
even
fly all over the place and shit.
I'm sure even some of Goldfinger's projects were beneficial to the financial environment. You know, you have no proof otherwise.
You know, if you irradiate that gold, something good might come out of that. Like, it's fine.
Listen, it gave people jobs. Somebody had to be there to irradiate that gold. It doesn't irradiate itself on its own. He was fueling the job market, sir.
Yeah, he's got the pilots and everything, employing a lot of women in that regard, you know, equal opportunity.
The Henchman Guild has been looking for jobs for years now.
Odd jobs, specifically. I think that was the best way to end this Goldfinger thing. We're already off to a bad start with the notes that I'm taking for this episode. Elon Musk is a Bond villain and Goldfinger creates jobs.
Well, all right, let's make this a little bit more pop culture centric then. If I could throw in a discussion, have you guys seen that new fan movie that came out for Power Rangers?
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it was dark as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
What exactly happens with this? It's got like James Vanderbeek or some shit in it.
It's got James Vanderbeek in it, playing Rocky, who was a character in, I believe, second or third season of Power Rangers, and Katie Sackhoff playing like Kimberly. It's got reimaginings of like all the characters from the original 3 seasons, but it's dark. It's like hard R-rated, and I was a little bit put off by it. I love the production. It's produced by the same guy who produced stuff like Dread and The Gray and Lone Survivor. So it's got a great look to it. And I believe the director of it, I have to look to see what he's directed. I was looking on the online. Let me see if I can pull up the actual director's name. Let's see here. Let's see.
God, stop scrolling the internet. It's not an Ask Him.
I'm not the one that does the Ask Him on my show, actually.
You mean that segment that's really original?
Oh, you mean the one that our co-host actually invented, supposedly?
Oh, is your co-host Jericho? Oh, yeah, I think
Whoever the guy was, though, that rated R thing, there's lots of guns and stuff in there where people just I think the mentality of going into this little gritty teaser reboot thing was just like, let's see how many people we can have headshots with, because at least 10 people get shot in the face.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's dark. It's really.
I need to watch that then.
Oh, there's people being shot in the face? Wow,
Yeah.
That sounds like I'm all about it. Let's go.
Hell yeah!
Fucking
All right.
hell.
Right now.
Just as a-
that ain't gonna show in the fucking face. That ain't fucking right. I can't wait to see this. I'm gonna fucking put my wanker out. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna frack
Just
all over the place, aren't you?
Just as a heads up, the name of the director is Joseph Kahn. He's mostly a
Kahn!
music director. He's done 2 actual theatrical films. One of them was actually the 2004 racing film Torque, which unfortunately came out around the same time Fast and the Furious did, so no one cares about it. But from what I've seen, it's
Snail?
no, that is Turbo.
Oh.
Torque is the one starring. Let's see. Let me pull this up here. That's the one with Ice Cube, Jamie Presley, and a bunch of other people I've never heard of. So yeah, it was. You know what? As far as the production from a directorial standpoint, it's solid. I really love the sleek look that this production had. I just didn't like the fact that it was so dark. I mean, half the fun of Power Rangers, if you're somebody who grew up with the original series, is the camp. I mean, that's basically it. You know what you're getting into when you're watching something like that. Even when the script is slightly above average, it's a campy show. It's a show made for kids for the most part. I mean, I wouldn't mind like a PG-13 version, like what they've done with Transformers and Ninja Turtles. But yeah, that hard R was a little bit much.
If it's all dark and depressing, Bolt should get diabetes and have to get one of his feet cut off.
No, dude, he dies of meth in the movie.
Holy fuck! Spoiler, dude.
Oh my god, this sounds awesome.
It is pretty dark.
Yeah,
it's a lot of people want that to be the film that they're gonna do, that movie reboot. But I kind of agree. You need to go PG-13, not hard R for that one. It's a little too much.
Ew.
Can anything just be PG anymore?
I think what they should do is just turn the movie into an hour-long presentation on why Jason David Frank sucks.
Dude, he's the man.
Yeah, Jason David Frank's awesome. I met the guy multiple times at conventions here in the South. He's actually
really?
I would love to see him kick the shit out of CM Punk.
Yep. I would love to see anybody kick the shit out of CM Punk.
Even better though if it's the Green Ranger.
Because I was reading about the whole bump in the back, and now the one of the WWE doctors is suing him. What is going on? Enlighten somebody that is not.
Okay, so basically you've got CM Punk and a doctor. They're both lying, and they're gonna sue each other.
Both lying. But what happened? Did he get seriously hurt?
All right.
Who you can explain it, Paden.
I wasn't even trying, but okay, I guess I'm
That was true.
Oh, I thought that was you. Who tried to...
Okay, this is what happened. All right, CM Punk is a fucking diva. He always has been. He always fucking will be. He randomly walked out on the company about a year ago. Everything was quiet. Everyone all the fans were just making up things on their own, creating their own parts of the story. Finally, around the end of summer, he did a podcast with one of his friends who had a wrestling podcast, and he basically just ran down everything and everybody. And one of the big stories he had was that he had this really big baseball-sized growth on his lower back, and that he repeatedly tried to get this doctor to look at it, and the doctor was like, "Oh, you're fine. Just take an antibiotic, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine." And it just got worse and worse and worse, and finally it got so bad the night that he walked out. he said it was like huge. It was humongous, and he got so frustrated, and he had enough between how he was being treated and how the doctor was looking at him like that. He walks out. He goes to another doctor, and he said the doctor had to like sit on him to get all the fluid to come out of it, and it was this whole ordeal. What did he say it was? Like MRSA? MRSA?
It's MRSA.
Yeah, he said it was staph, and he also said it was MRSA. So it's one of the two.
Well, no, they told him that it was a staph infection and that the antibiotics would take care of it, but it was actually MRSA, which you cannot kill with antibiotics. It's like a super staph infection.
You know what's gonna make? This is how we're gonna know if this was true or not. Is there any prescriptions for all these Z-Packs?
No. Yeah, but essentially, the doctor is suing Punk now because of all the things he said, because he says they weren't true, and you got to consider that all the bad things he said is probably causing this guy to get a lot of extra stress at his job, and now...
Basically a defamation thing.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute, and this is something that's confused me. Is this guy an actual, like, public practitioner? Like, does he actually have a practice, or is he just WWE's personal doctor?
I believe he is a general sports doctor, and just like anybody else within WWE, he is a contracted person, but he is able to see other people as well.
Okay.
Plus, you got to assume that if it hurts his reputation enough and WWE were to fire him, then he wouldn't be able to get jobs afterward and stuff like that, so... You know, but there are reports on the dirt sheets, and of course you need to take this with a grain of salt, that a lot of this is just WWE wanting to get back at CM Punk and taking this, like, they're kind of using Dr. Chris Amann, is that his name right? Amann or Man? Something like that?
Kirschenbaum?
I've heard it
Burger?
pronounced as Amann. Yeah, I've heard it pronounced as Amann.
If it depends. If Bray Wyatt says it's Amann.
It's Amann. But that they might be using basically him to take a shot at CM Punk because they can't do anything on their own. But you know,
Yeah.
It's all going to boil down to whose papers prove the other one is telling more of the truth. Because you know, Punk could easily just show what his other doctor showed. You know, the WWE can show their papers, and it's just going to be a matter of who's telling more of the truth and who isn't.
And then it'll get settled out of court.
Yeah.
Always.
There's no precedence is going to be set with this.
By the way, since we're on the wrestling topic, I brought up those results, and I don't know if anybody voted after we had done that podcast or not, but the top 10 votes for the best joke of the year, tied for number 10 ended up being the Eliminator, and the Sean Walker, you know what I'm saying.
Oh.
The number 9 was the big guy and all that kind of stuff that we keep doing with Ryback. Then there was Time Cow. Number 8. Number 7 was the however counter / however bell. Then there's the Mr. Carter, that voice. Big Show's gun ended up getting number 5. Not Jeff got number 4. Wago like this. Roy got number 3.
Fucking hell, that is right. That's a fucking change, ain't you fucking wanker?
Number 2 was Ricky the Steamboat, and number 1 was Rusev as a potato.
Oh, Kane's got a shot. Didn't even get into the top 10.
No, that was...
No, it wasn't even I don't think that was on the list, was it? If it was really late into the whole thing.
No, it was on there, but it got a lot more life in December. So it already had, like, you know, a lot of time going against it.
It was my last-minute Oscar push. That's basically what it was.
Not too far away, only 2 votes away from the Eliminator, is Otunga's Got a Dead Family. Or, well, it's written down as Otunga has dead family for a living.
How did that be a thing?
Because we're horrible people.
Yeah, that was... I actually have to take blame for that one.
The Kane's Got a Shot thing is only 2 votes also behind the Eliminator.
No, okay, so I nearly beat out a special needs child. I feel very proud of that.
Very
Child's
nearly.
probably dead now, so
You're on the same voting bracket as Captain Lou Albano. The whole, do you remember Captain Lou Albano being on the Super Mario Brothers show? Drew's dad buying him a PS4. I don't get high, I am high. There's a lot in that category. Undertaker's
All
3
right.
dongs. Happy days.
I gotta ask, was Bob Corhally eligible, or did that not make the cut?
That
No,
was
it was
eligible,
on
but
the
that ended up
list.
winning the worst joke of the year.
Oh, okay.
I think that won, didn't it?
Yeah,
I
it
clicked
won.
out of that list already. What I should say, though, is for fans of Bob Corhally, pay attention to the rest hold over the next few weeks. So, little little thing there. We actually did get one suggestion of what to talk about, which, by the way, I'm going to throw that number out there again. If anybody is listening to this and they want to call into the show and talk about stuff or tell us to talk about stuff, 760-512-7247 or 713-955-0363 or Skype or Carrier Pigeon or Smoke Signal or Snail Mail or any other kind of stuff like that. But we did get one suggestion from one of our regular listeners, Angela Williams. She said that she wanted to know what our favorite Pokemon were, and what was the other suggestion that she had? Like who would win in a battle or something? I gotta look that up just to be sure. But before we get into the second part of that, what's your favorite Pokemon, everybody?
Oh man, that's a tough question.
That is not a tough question, and it should
Yes,
be
it is.
Vaporeon, because Vaporeon is the best of the fucking best. Every generation it gets better, and it's a fucking fish fox.
That is true.
Fucking
It is a fish
fox.
fox. I mean, it is a logo of Wago Rants. I think that's the most important thing we have to take into this context.
Yeah,
so.
I'd use it as my fucking logo. It is awesome.
Yeah, but it also says something that we're not allowed to repeat on air, so. Anyways. Yeah.
So Wago's got Vaporeon. I'm gonna keep track of this because it's who would win in a fight between all of them.
Vaporeon already won.
Right.
See, someone could easily just say Mewtwo and this will all
Right,
be over.
That's what I was thinking. Like, just pick the whatever
So
legendary.
should we just keep the legendary Pokemon out of this?
No, you gotta pick your favorite Pokemon.
We shouldn't pick, because if we're gonna do it like in a sense of, hey, we're gonna have a fight between them all, then legendary Pokemon should not be a part of this fight, and Mewtwo shouldn't be as well.
No, you
Does that
pick
mean our
I bet you're fucking
My
fun
favorite
at parties.
Pokemon is something stupid like Kakuna. That's not gonna win a fight. It's not fair.
I don't know. It
Not
depends
to
on
be
how
like
hard it
Kakuna.
gets.
Yeah, Mewtwo used Psychic. Mewtwo's getting sick of the shit. Mewtwo left.
Mewtwo hurt itself in its confusion of why is Kakuna only using Harden. Yo, fuck Kakuna and Metapod though. Those
Yeah,
Harden
no, I
things,
know.
ugh.
Oh.
Well, technically, if you like trained them, they could use Poison Sting and Tackle.
That's true.
This.
Yeah. They just look like a weird inflated condom. Like they just don't look good at all.
It's better to look like that than a deflated condom.
Well, I guess. Well, I don't know. Like I have a really soft spot for Magikarp. Don't judge me. I think he's adorable.
Have you seen
just
those
be
videos
just
of
for the
people taking Magikarp and winning like the fucking Elite Four and stuff?
Just for records, if any of us was a Magikarp, it'd be Sean.
Stop!
Or-
I like Magikarp. Like I would always like.
Wait, what are you saying? It's an
get
insult to be
along
compared to
with
Sean?
you
That's what I
and
was about to say.
fix it and take care of it, and he was awesome. It's a misunderstood Pokemon.
I can
I
just
love
kind
how
of picture
she's
right
like-
now, Carp being like, you know, how it just goes like, Carp, you know what I'm saying?
I love how she's not like, oh, don't say that to Sean. It's like, oh, don't say that about Magikarp. It's not Sean.
It does say a lot, though, that Magikarp's like one of the only things that they said that they eat on the anime and stuff like that. Like, they would talk about eating Krabby and Magikarp, and then their, quote, jelly donuts that were cooked in, like, rice bowls and stuff.
The only other Pokemon I know they eat, and that's just from a book that I found in the game, is Remoraid.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
And Meowth.
I've always
Yeah, with-
I've always won-
What the
I've
fuck's
always
Meow?
wondered.
That's
I've
how
always
Thor
wondered.
pronounces it.
I was gonna say I've always wondered, do elemental types taste like their element? Like, are fire type Pokemon secretly spicy?
So if you eat a Diglett, oh, this tastes like dirt.
Yeah. It's like, do electric types give you that sour feeling you get when you eat warheads? That like shock?
I don't know what a Weezing tastes like, but it's got to be terrible.
It's got to taste bitter, acidic almost.
That's moldy food.
Yeah.
Muck is probably disgusting.
Hmm.
Probably tastes like dog puke.
Oh, it's
Maybe.
cum spelled backwards.
Yeah, if you change one of the letters.
I would think normal type just tastes like tofu. It's just bland.
Like a Togepi
Man-
or something.
Yeah.
Like
well, then you got to
see-
go into like bird types and stuff. Like you know, do birds taste like all birds taste like chicken?
Yo, I bet a Dodrio tastes awesome.
Yeah, what about like a fairy type?
Maybe like a marshmallow.
Tastes sweet.
It tastes like
cotton
cotton candy.
There we go. That sounds good.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Like angel
Psychic
food
type,
cake.
So I have a
Psychic
question.
like the original brain food.
Would Bulbasaur be vegetarian safe?
Oh,
No, but Oddish would. But how would you eat Oddish? Oddish is so cute.
Oddish is really cute.
So wait, does that make Magneton? He just tastes like metal
Yeah, it's like chewing a bunch of
screws.
Yeah.
like a bunch of washers or something.
Mag. Good.
Clink clang just fucks up your teeth.
Kakuna just tastes like condoms.
Yeah, an inflated one specifically.
Yes.
Well,
I would
Caroline's going with Magikarp. Wago's going with Vaporeon. Drew, who's your favorite? And it
Alakazam.
can count legendary. We're not getting all specific about that.
Alakazam.
Alakazam. Paden, what's yours?
My favorite Pokemon?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go with the Snorlax.
Snorlax is a good choice.
I was considering that one as well. Good choice.
Snorlax is one of my
I'm
top.
glad you picked Jester.
If I wouldn't go with Snorlax, I'd probably go with Charizard. So since you already picked Snorlax, I'll go with Charizard. What about you, Miguel?
I'm gonna go with Onyx. I was originally gonna go with Scyther, but since you picked Charizard, I decided to go with Onyx instead, just to give me the advantage.
All right, so we've got, based off of Angela's question of who would win in a fight between these, we've got Vaporeon, Alakazam, Magikarp, Snorlax, Onyx, and Charizard. Now,
Vaporeon wins.
I'll be
Magikarp!
honest
Flex all
here.
the way!
Butterfree!
Vaporeon would totally beat Onyx and Charizard. So you got me and Miguel. Wago.
It can learn Shadow Ball, so it can beat Alakazam. It's also got hydration and can revive itself.
Yeah,
so
but Snorlax.
It beats all of it. It beats Snorlax.
But Snorlax is Snorlax. I think Snorlax trumps
Snorlax would
all
just
biscuits.
sit on the Vaporeon. Vaporeon would die.
Ice Beam, freeze that fucker.
Body slam, rest. Snore.
Yeah, well, while it's asleep, Vaporeon can also use rest and wake up instantly from hydration and rain dance.
You know, if we even take out like actual moves, Snorlax could literally just grab Vaporeon and chew its head off, as big as it is. He's like just like it's Slim Jim.
Let's go Ultimate Marvel mode, like the Blob and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this Vaporeon has the personality of Scott Steiner, and it just screams, "It's fat!" and kicks the shit out of it.
It does a lot of math.
Yeah.
33%.
If I heard,
No,
if
you
I-
can't beat Vaporeon.
if I use my hydro pump, you're 33%, Dex make me 77%, plus 32% more stronger than your remaining HP.
Are we even factoring like items? Because you know, if Snorlax is holding leftovers, then it keeps getting energy back. So this just got really dorky.
The plot thickens.
Yeah.
Or are
I
we
could
doing
just-
that? What's the EV? Is that what they are? Something values?
EV trained effort values.
Yeah.
See, that's
If we
when
had
I
Jester
really
on-
stopped getting into Pokemon. When people started talking about like actual statistics and shit, I'm like, yeah, can I just like do Psychic and beat everybody?
Here's the
Right.
thing, I know all that shit, and I do competitively game. But when after I like finally learned it all, I'm like, yeah, now I know it. I'm like, I feel so lame. I need a shower.
I got to the point to where it just became way too much in terms of the amount of Pokemon. It got to the point to where they weren't even like animals anymore. They're just like random shapes.
It's just a fucking set of keys.
Yeah, that's one of the worst.
No, that's not the worst. The ice cream's the worst.
No, dude, Vanillite and Vanillux and all them, they're awesome.
Fuck you.
Ice cream is great. I love ice cream.
It's a double scoop cone. Like,
Yeah,
that kicks ass.
I do have birthday cake ice cream. I'm thinking about getting some right now.
I love how lazy they got with Trubbish. It's just a bag of trash.
What about the one that's just a balloon? There's one that's just literally
Oh,
just
fuck
a
you.
balloon.
Driftloon's awesome, and then it becomes an air balloon. I love that thing.
Those are creepy as hell, though, because those are ghost ones, and it's like the keys of dead people, and like this thing.
Wait, like,
that,
have you heard?
that sword
you heard-
one or whatever, that's like its face is like the dead person it killed or something. Like,
Well, here's the thing about Drifloon and and Drifblimp or whatever it is. Their Pokedex entry is that they kidnap children and then they're never seen again.
right, like they're dark as hell. They might as well be directing a Power Rangers reboot.
And if you want to see some Pokemon strange Pokedex entries, you should go to fanboysanonymous.com where I've written an article or two about it.
Ah, plug. Nice job.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah.
cheap, but good plug nonetheless.
You know what's cheaper than what microphone you're getting? The Yeti Station 4. Should get it.
That is true.
Cheap heat. Cheap pop, too, for fanboys. Woo! What? Fanboys. So that takes care of Angela's question about Pokemon.
So wait, did Vaporeon just win?
Yep.
Nah, I think Snorlax won.
Magikarp.
Vaporeon wins.
I'm voting for Snorlax because it was mine.
All right, so we got 2 votes for Snorlax, 1 for Vaporeon, 1 for Magikarp.
I'm gonna. If this is just a math quiz, then I'm gonna go with Alakazam because it's the smartest out of all of them.
What about
If
you,
I
Miguel?
take Drew's 69%, that it's my Vaporeon.
Yeah, but isn't Alakazam too like distracted, like playing with spoons?
No,
Playing
exactly.
these
They could-
spoons.
So yeah, so he wins.
Yo, the Mega Evolution of Alakazam. Did they ever do one of those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does-
Mega Evolution?
Yeah, that's a new thing.
Is that like the
they've added
super
into there.
mega aggro crag?
Basically.
You can use it one time you can use it on one of your Pokemon during battle, and it just gives them extra type abilities and more powerful. It's just fucking over the top now.
Yeah, what
What's that
basically happened?
evolution
Yeah,
look
what
like?
basically
Does it have-
happened was they just ripped off Digimon.
Yeah, it was like, hey, Digimon's not popular, right? Let's fucking take their shit.
Does Alakazam's evolution have a spork, though? Because that should be the next step up.
Hang on, let me get it for you. Mega Alakazam.
Doesn't he have like super eyebrows or like a huge mustache now?
Oh, so it's
No,
Miguel?
okay, so he has an Indian spot now, and he has 2, 4, 5 spoons,
5 spoons? Alright,
Yes.
I guess I gotta look at this.
and he's got a huge mustache and beard, and his feet.
What?
Yeah, he's
Dude, he's pretty badass.
His
to be
legs
honest
look like
with you.
arms. That's creepy.
Yeah, this is kind of badass, though. For a Pokemon that was weak as hell. Drew.
I'm pretty sure Alakazam single-handedly beat Ash and all of his friends at one of those gyms, so fuck off, Tony. At least with the Snorlax, I could just walk over it. It doesn't take a goddamn flute to make it move.
Yeah, if Charizard were so awesome, why is he not a dragon?
He is.
Actually, his Mega Evolution is now.
Yeah.
Oh, he has to
Exactly.
go to a mega
Tony, you did not
evolution to
know
be a dragon.
that. Until he's-
No, I knew that, because he's got 2 Mega Evolutions, and one of them's black.
Yeah, you just know that because of the new game.
Yeah, still knows it.
Ah, well,
Yeah.
he knows it. That is true. He knows it.
You just know that because you found that information out beforehand.
He's got Jester secretly on Facebook chat right now.
Yeah, that's how I'm talking about effort values
Oh,
and stuff.
you want about that Jester kid? The
Yeah, I
black
know,
guy
right?
Because he's a little bitch.
Wait, you know him?
I know,
Oh wow, I did not know that. I apologize.
Oh, you didn't hear what I said? Oh, the one that blocked me on Facebook because he's a little bitch.
Yeah, it's SpongeBob one. That one.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, Drew, remember that time that you admitted to your girlfriend that you're a fucking racist?
I never said I was racist.
Good now.
Never. I was actually never the one that says it. I just said that you came up with a song that's racist as hell.
Kakuna Matata. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hey, Caroline.
Yes?
He hates Brazil too.
That's
I
fine.
do. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddamn Brazil.
Listen, tastes are like assholes, okay? You have yours, I have mine, that's it. We don't have to agree.
Those assholes don't have to agree.
I'm more concerned of whether or not I hate Brazil or not, because I don't know if I do.
I take my 10% of assholes and okay, do the Scott Steiner thing. I love it. So, do you hate Brazil?
Me?
That is a good question.
Oh, no.
Either of you.
I do.
Well, why?
Because they moved their people from their homes to play a stupid ass soccer game.
Except
Point.
soccer's fun.
Football.
Football! Get out of your house! We have to play some football!
Football.
That
Hey, at
is
least
not
they-
a Brazilian accent.
Not
That's
at
like
all,
a
but it's still
French-
funny.
I mean, shoot, at least they're actually
Wait,
not doing
wait,
something. We're all
wait,
sitting
is-
around on computers talking, so they're actually
Is
being
there-
active.
Is there a difference between a Brazilian accent and a Portuguese accent?
Oh, yes.
Well, because one's in England, and the other one is in South America, so...
Fuck up, Drew.
Oh my god, the people listening are like, what the fuck are they talking about? What is
Oh,
funny
hang on,
about
hang on. Caroline, I need
Yes?
you. Is there a word for however in Portuguese?
Wait, say that again. What?
Is there a word for however in Portuguese?
Well, yeah, it's an expression. It's 2 words.
Okay, go ahead.
No entanto.
Oh, we're multicultural now. Okay.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
The however bell, going all over the world.
I have decided Brazil's fate, and I will say I like them.
Good.
You should, if nothing else, at least for their women.
Snooze.
Oh no, that's Miguel's reason why he likes them. So
Absolutely, and I don't deny that.
Miguel wants snoo.
Yes.
Them Portuguese. Them freaking. What are you again,
Puerto Rican.
Miguel? Puerto Rican, yeah.
no, he's
Puerto Ricans.
Mexican. No, he's
He's
black.
I totally forgot if you're Puerto Rican, Mexican, or black. Like we blurred the lines way too much.
No, isn't he like South Korea now or something like that?
Wait a minute. I'm confused. When did I become South Korean?
I don't
No,
know. I'm
North
kind of
Korean,
confused
my
too.
bad.
I think you just
What?
did now.
Fuck, Kim Jong Miguel.
Oh, you know what we should be doing? Just however's in different languages during the Monday Night Raw post show. Like follow-ups to that. We need to like prepare that ahead of time.
So
Have,
we
like,
gotta
in
whisper
French,
it and
Spanish,
see
and
if
shit.
Do you think he knows the bell at all? Cause
Oh, there's no way you can. True. Last show, I went ding.
no,
ding.
you didn't go. Except you're kind of smashing it a little harder than that. You
Yes,
were
he
like,
should know it. That's more reason that he should know that the bell's going off. I'm
you were
fucking
kind of.
kidding.
No. You were kind of like, boom. So at least that's what came across on my end. So
That's the point. Fuck him.
Just so that I can visualize this better. The however guy is not the same guy I saw that weird picture, right? That would make like very odd comments on the chat. Is that the same
Oh
guy?
no.
No.
That's WCW
I don't
1997.
Oh, you said inappropriate comments. Comments. I thought you was on about Dog Peak.
Oh,
But there's so many people that I'm like, wait, which guy? Like,
Okay, that guy.
The guy with the
That when a
triple
girl
tip.
called in, he said something like, "Oh, she sounds so
oh
hot."
no.
Oh, that was
you
the
just
right.
know. She's
Hey.
see, I
You
knew.
on about Brandon the Brain?
This is why I answer first. I knew.
Has he gotten his septum fixed at the since I've been off the show?
He hasn't called in a long time.
No, I don't think he called in after I blew my nose during him talking.
He's been a good
Yeah.
enough sport though, with busting his balls about stuff. He was in the chat again yesterday, so
That always defeated like the guy we've convinced that his name's Jeff.
yeah. You guys can just call me Jeff. It's all right. Well, what did we figure out yesterday that we were gonna call him? Oh, Chef. That's right. Yeah, he's Chef now.
What's up, chef?
He won't notice. He'll just no-sell it. I call him Snarf every time that he's on there and he no-sells it.
Well, that's
Yeah.
why when we get used to calling him Chef, we have to start calling him Cook. What's up, Cook? Alright, guys, it's not me. I'm not actually cooking.
It's not me. I'm not cooking.
But Miguel is.
No, actually, I'm waiting for the show to end so I can go get some fast food.
Oh, we got an hour and 15 minutes left, everybody.
Oh, that's fine. I
Oh
got
no, we should go an extra third hour. I know that's how you're used to it over there.
An extra
Yeah.
hour.
By the way, we just got a message from Angela saying thank you. It was a million times better than expected for our Pokemon talk.
No.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for suggesting that, Angela. Still nobody in the chat though.
Yeah,
Wait,
what
she
the
didn't-
fuck, Angela?
Wait, she didn't decide. She didn't vote on Snorlax or Vaporeon. What the fuck?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, we need to get. We need to get your opinions. If you're still listening, Angela, you need to send us a comment or something, or join the chat or whatever it is. Tell us who wins. I'll give you that. I don't have that list up anymore. Never mind. I won't.
Also, just to put you on the spot, who's your favorite host?
I think she's going with you, Wago. I don't know.
Pretty sure she loves us all.
I think she loves Drew.
Aw, do 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 do.
Do 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 do.
When you do that, because you do that quite often, what are you imagining? Because it's totally the Castle Rock theme.
It's not Castle. I remember we watched that like hour-and-a-half long video of all the fucking movie entrances, and we figured out it was something else, and I can't remember what it was, but it wasn't Castle Rock.
I never knew what that theme was. I always just imagined a corporate logo coming across the street.
Wait, what's the theme?
Do-do-do-do-do.
It's Castle Rock. Castle Rock goes do 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 do.
Yeah, see, you're extending those two notes out there.
The do's are too loud. You're not doing your doo-doos right.
Is that the TriStar theme?
Ooh, is it? Maybe.
The one with the horse with wings. Yeah, the Pegasus.
I know that symbol. I don't know if that what their song is like though. Let's see here.
That's either TriStar or Columbia, like the old Columbia intro.
I think that's what it is. The old Columbia one. Let's see here. Columbia picture.
Hey,
Talk amongst yourselves.
This is what I get for running a movie show.
I got something to show you guys. So there's this MMA fighter, and he got in a fight, like argument with someone on either Facebook or Twitter. And the guy said, "I'll come to your gym and kick your ass." So he gave him an open challenge and kicked the shit out of him, and it's caught on video. It's only
talking about Josh Neer.
Yes. Okay. Check the shit out. It's fucking violent. Oh. Like, the guy talked shit to him, and Facebook said, "I'd kick your ass." So we gave him the opportunity. Turns up to the gym, agrees to fight him, and gets his fucking head kicked in.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like they pull him off, and he sucker kicks him in the head afterwards.
Pride style.
So wait a minute, what was the setup behind this? A fan was bitching about an MMA fighter, so the MMA fighter kicked the shit out of him?
So not exactly. So
he invited him to his gym, right?
So Josh Neer was posting on his Facebook. This guy sent him message after message. I think it was about 15 messages saying, "Hey, I could kick your ass. Hey, I'm a bit boxed for 8 years. I could kick the shit out of you." And most of the time, he gets messages like this all the time, so he ignores them. But because it was so consistent, he said, "I'll be at the gym at 5:30 tomorrow. Come down if you want to fight me. You can have an open sparring session. Full contact." The guy actually turned up 40 minutes into his training session, wanted to fight him, so he did, and he kicked the shit out of him.
Good.
Good. Yeah. For all those people that complain about like the wrestling side of things, and we go, well, this guy sucks, and they're like, well, you never got in the ring. No, I didn't, but you could still say that somebody sucks. But when you start saying I can kick your ass, then you need to back it up,
Yeah.
I actually saw a video. I was watching some old wrestling matches, and I think I saw the one with Hogan versus Piper back at Halloween Havoc, that big cage match they had. And at the end, some fan actually climbs up over the cage. Yes. And he just got dogpiled, just destroyed, man. They tuned him up, man. It was hilarious.
It's happened a few times. That actually happened the night that Hogan joined NWO, too. A fan tried to get into the ring, and they just, kicked him right in the fucking head.
Those are the people that believe way too much into it. Like, God damn it, Hogan, you turned on the good guys. I'm going to go beat you up.
Yeah.
Hogan.
You can tell that it was real when it was, I think, one of the referees that dogpiled the guys. When the timekeeper or the officials start dogpiling on people, that's when you know it's real.
Or when they don't mention it. It's not like, oh, there's fans in the ring and something like that,
No, that's WWE.
Oh my God.
In defense of Brazil, I remember this one time that this video got out of Randy Orton standing in the corner, and a fan snuck into the ring in Brazil and low blowed him.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
That was South Africa.
That would be Brazil. Oh, God.
Might have happened twice. So I just, I noticed all the lights were at my house, and John had gone to bed early. And I just shouted to her, "Are you okay?" And all I hear is, "I'm never eating one of those wheat chocolates again. I'm tripping."
By the way, Wago, Angela got back to us. She said she's on the phone, can't get into the chat. But she's going to have to go with Snorlax because she wants to hear you complain. Also, Vaporeon is not the best evolution of Eevee.
Ah.
Yeah, right.
Well, Angela. Wrong.
You think she's
You're
wrong?
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
So right
everybody.
Jolteon.
Yeah, everybody knows it's Flareon.
Everyone knows it's Vaporeon.
Oh, who are you going with, Caroline?
Yeah, which Eevee evolution do you got?
No, I'm gonna pick the one kid that Ash sees. I'm gonna keep it Eevee.
Pussy.
Eevee's not that bad. Eevee's cute.
Eevee's the cutest one. No, if I was gonna have any Pokemon, it's like a house pet, it would be Eevee.
Yeah, but I bet it's the type of fuck that shits in the corner of the room and runs off.
How would you not want to have a little oddish?
I feel like Otis should be the type that'll just like fucking be annoying as shit or someone.
Do you want to
else
know
will
why?
see it.
Because eventually it evolves into gloom and drools everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a leaf stone, you're fucked.
Is there a Pokemon that's like a hot woman?
Jinx.
Yeah, do you like if you're into a busty Nicki Minaj, there's Jinx.
Somebody out there's like, there's Nidoqueen.
Oh wait, there's Gardevoir.
God of War?
Gardevoir.
How do you spell that?
Hang on, I'll get it for you.
I hear you like Mudkips.
I love the tips.
Hey, like fish sticks.
Fucking Drew.
Oh, I remember that one. Old God of War. Yeah, see, that's when you
Yeah.
start getting into the ones that I can't really remember, because...
That's newer.
It's just like a fucking bedsheet. What the fuck is that?
Oh god, I just fucking... Alright, so I'm on Google Images and there's some fucking
Bad idea.
This Pokemon.
Yeah,
Alright. Okay, check that one out.
Oh god.
I'm scared.
What?
What the fuck? Alright,
Yeah,
alright.
DeviantArt and Pokemon are
Whoa,
just a
whoa,
bad
no,
combination.
no, it gets weirder.
better.
It gets
Okay.
weirder. Check
Oh.
this shit out.
This is good radio.
alright, so since people just listening obviously are not clicking on these, give you a little bit of a heads up. The first image is some humanoid God of War. God of War? Is that how you say it?
Gardevoir.
With gotta be like a size 100 dress size or something. Huge gut hanging out and everything. And I have no clue how to explain the second image.
Well, the first image, she's also got like dominatrix boots on, but she's really, really overweight.
What is the second image though? It's like
It looks like there's a pregnant Gardevoir sitting on another chick's pregnant stomach with a plate of cake in her hand.
and one of them is saying "Erp."
I hate you, DeviantArt.
I like the onomatopoeia sounds in it too. Erp, and then if you look at the bottom left, squish.
Yeah.
Oh no, I found an even weirder one.
No, please.
Actually, it might not be as weird, but it's fucking weird.
People are fucked up. Like, it's bad enough how many people draw those humanoid fox creatures. That's just like
Furries.
everywhere. No, I'm not even talking about that necessarily. The just like anime pictures of like foxes that have like human features.
Mm-hmm.
Not to dress up people, but like, man, there's so much weird shit on DeviantArt. Like,
The worst,
God.
the worst to me are the 3D ones because I've actually done 3D art. It's not easy. Just to do like a regular box or something like that, you got to know what you're doing. Somebody actually had to go in and put effort into modeling something in 3D, some like horrific slash fiction thing. It's just like somebody
think
had to
it's
commit to that,
fantastic.
and that's what scares me.
That's love right there. That's commitment. I think it's fantastic. I want more weird pictures popping up everywhere. I know you guys hate on Tumblr, but my Tumblr is filled with like weird Japanese manga shit. Like
I purposely
Weird.
stay off Tumblr.
Why do people like pregnant Gardevoir?
I don't know.
Why do people
it
like
plays-
pregnant
pregnant
anything?
woman fetish. Hello.
Yeah, it plays into the whole fat fetish that some people have.
I don't understand the pregnant thing at all.
I bet fucking Miguel's into that shit.
Like, I could get fat
No.
fetishes, but pregnant fetishes?
Yeah. Well, it's a big thing.
Literally.
Yeah.
Maybe she's into late abortion fetishes. You know?
And so, like, what do? Do you hang out at the maternity ward trying to find, like, new babes?
No.
Literal.
Dude,
For instance, those guys that enjoy pretending they're babies, when they find pregnant ladies, you know, they can breastfeed them. Some guys are into drinking pregnant ladies' pee.
You sound like you know your stuff.
Yeah, right?
Look, it goes back to an old Patton Oswalt bit that I used to love. He used to have a bit where he was like, think of the most dirty, disgusting, disturbing sexual fetish you can think of. And when you think of that, understand somewhere on the internet is a site devoted just to that. And there's people whose job it is to find content for that website, categorize it, set up the video player, things like that. It's trust me, if you can think of it, there's people that are into it.
I don't understand any weird fetishes. Like, you know, if somebody were to be like, all right, what's your weirdest fetish? I'm like, I think women look pretty in skirts. Like, you know, it's like...
Oh, that's
Hey,
so
Tony.
lame.
Hey, Tony. Ice cubes.
Ice cubes?
Oh, you guys are so vanilla.
There's a joke that's going over my head here.
Jesus.
Oh
Message
my
me in the
God.
chat, because Ice cubes is going over my head. I know it's got to be something terrible, though.
It's a fetish. Ice
Oh,
cubes
oh,
are
I get
a
it.
fetish, yeah.
I remember now.
There's ice cube play. Trust me.
Yeah, we know somebody who's into the Ice Cube thing. I forgot about that. But no, like, I don't understand any of that stuff. Like, the people that like getting punched and whatever, and
Well, this is apropos considering the big movie this week.
Yeah.
yeah, 50 Shades of Grey. I don't get that either. Like,
Did anybody here see it?
No. Well,
I actually saw it.
Jana has the audiobook.
It was so bad.
Yeah, my co-host saw it. He said that it was awful. It really
was bad. It was like, I feel like they really tried to make a really, really bad movie. I just want to put it out there. I did not want to go see it, but my friend was like, I got you a ticket. So I went.
she said it like that.
It was bad, yes. But it was kind of a cool experience because we did end up going all the way to Harlem to watch it.
Ooh.
And
You went to a black theater, didn't you?
Yes. It
Oh,
was
that must have been awesome. I would have loved to have gone see 50 Shades of Grey in a black theater.
Yes.
Oh, that would have been awesome.
There were a lot of couples there, and the guys clearly did not want to be there, so they were talking back to the screen all the time. It was awesome. That part was awesome. The movie itself, really, really bad.
You probably got some big girls in the background going, "He's fine. I'd let him beat my ass all day."
No, they were saying like, "Oh, she got no ass." She got no ass.
Yeah, if we're talking about stereotypical black movie theater audiences and stuff like that, I went to see Rush Hour 3 in a theater where I was one of the only white people, and they loved it. And I hate the movie.
I didn't hear it. What movie?
Rush Hour
3.
Oh, okay.
For the record, I like Rush Hour 1 and number 2. I own both of those, but the third one's terrible. But man, that was such a fun experience because everybody around me, and I mean everybody, except for my friend and I, the only two like white people in the whole thing, were laughing at every single joke like it was the funniest thing in the world, which made me just crack up too because it was like, you know, when you're around people that are laughing, you're going to start to laugh. All you got to do is watch a video on YouTube of somebody laughing long enough and you're going to start chuckling no matter what.
At that point, you just start trolling them and just laugh at just anything. Like a sad moment pops up and you're just like, ha, 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 ha. Oh, that character died.
But when I went to see Man of Steel, obviously that's a split crowd. You know, there's men, there's women, there's all sort of ethnicities and stuff like that. But that one line in the movie where the Carrie Farris character says that I just think that Superman's hot. This one black woman in the crowd, a couple rows behind me, was just kind of like, you said it, girl.
Oh, I love it.
I had a moment like that when I went to go see Man of Steel. I was watching it. It wasn't a black theater, but it was like, you know, regular AMC type theater. No, what happened was it was towards the end of the big fight sequence. It was right before Superman fights Zod, and they have this big pull-out shot of Metropolis right after Superman destroys the big machine. And I just, in the middle of the theater going, thank God the city is safe. And just as I said that, there's a big explosion in the background. Everybody cracked up.
I love going to the movies, and, you know, the weirder the crowd, the better. Like,
yes.
When I went to see Hostel, everybody agreed that this was a terrible enough movie that nobody cared that if you talked during it, that, you know, oh, hey, shut up, we're trying to watch this. No, everybody's just kind of like, yo, fuck this thing. So there were just, like, anytime somebody got killed or stabbed or anything, somebody had to jump in with a comment. And I don't remember, like, a lot of specifics about it, but that made that experience actually, like, fun for a shitty movie.
Yeah.
Aren't you guys familiar with The Room?
Yes.
Tommy Wiseau thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you actually seen it?
I haven't yet, but I really, really want to.
You
I
have
want to make
Carolyn?
like an event out of it though. That's the thing.
Yo, they played it. They play it like in New York City, like usually like once or twice a year. I went the last time. Had kind of a crummy experience, but that was like specific things. Like I want to go again. You go and you like seeing this movie, this whole theater of people who are specifically going there to be obnoxious and yell at the screen. Not just yell at the screen, but throw objects at the screen. The last time I went, like we went kind of late, so we got the last theater and there wasn't a packed house. But like since we were waiting for us to start, we ran over like attack theater 4, and we had like spoons and blow up balloons that we brought up with us, and we just threw them into the crowd, and then all of a sudden everyone's just like throwing balloons all over the place. Just a good time.
You know, that could actually backfire. I've actually had bad experience like that. I was at a con actually, and they were doing this big like auditorium screening for Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog, and people were catcalling at that, and I had this just giant female geek just sitting next to me, just screaming in my ear to the point to where I just got annoyed. I'm just like, I'm out of here. I can't do this. I'm gonna punch somebody. I'm gonna punch her if she just keeps screaming, just catcalling at the screen. I was just, it got too much, so I had to get out.
As wrestling fans, we should be used to stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Or the people behind us, like at Royal Rumble. Like,
you can sit down now.
Sit down now, guys.
Guys, I'm fucking fat. I really can't stand up.
Why I order? That guy just gave up though at the Royal Rumble. It was just kind of like, guys, come on, sit down, please, guys. Just fuck.
Shut up, Jeff.
Yeah.
It worked the first time he did it.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair though, I agreed with him. It was like, look, I don't want to stand for this entire 4-hour event, but
we're the only section that did that shit too. What a bunch of assholes we were.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you and I were the only ones chanting for Roman Reigns too.
Oh yeah, we were the biggest assholes in the biggest assholes in the arena.
Right.
So.
An entire group of people are just kind of like, fucking Roman's gonna win, and you and I are like, yeah.
Roman Reigns, Roman.
Oh wait, no, there's that one guy that was like 2 rows ahead of us that was down for that. I forgot. He turned around and just kind of like, I agree with you guys.
Oh, you're the other guys. Cool.
Yeah.
WWE just focuses their microphones just on you two, just so they can pick up the crowd noise.
Yeah, see,
Crowd's going wild. Roman Reigns.
I went up to that guy and I tapped him on the shoulder and I said, "Hey, there's 3 of us."
I like how Drew, Wago, Miguel, and Caroline are like, the fuck are they like?
Yeah, I have no. I just agree with everything because Roman Reigns is really hot, so it's all good.
I just think it's adorable that they have their own little in-joke. It's cute.
Yeah, it's cute. Kind of like an old married couple.
No.
They have their thing, you know.
Yeah.
I call Adam Sandler if you can be Chris Farley.
Can I be David Spade?
Oh, by the way, bringing up that topic, Dace and I did a little pre-show for that SNL 40th anniversary. Did anybody watch that?
I've seen clips. I had to see the Bill Murray Nick Ocean bit because I love Bill Murray, which was hilarious.
Anybody else watch any of it?
I don't like SNL, so no.
Yeah, I fell out of SNL a long ass time ago. Most of the people that I liked from SNL are dead.
I'm British. I never started watching it.
No, I watched some of it, but another part of it I didn't watch because I was with a group of people and they were like, "Hey, let's watch Divergent," and I was like, "Hey, let's watch SNL," and we did the opposite of that.
I heard.
Having seen Divergent and the SNL one, you should have watched SNL. I'm not even a big fan of SNL anymore. I haven't watched it in years, but since this was all retrospective stuff,
yeah, and they had a lot of good skits on there.
It is a milestone. Like, if I wish I had known about it sooner, I would have prepared to watch it. But I don't know if I was working that night.
I didn't know about it until the day before it happened. Like, and I completely forgot about it because I went over to my friend's house and it was on, and I was like, "Why is SNL on a Sunday?" And then it's like, "Oh yeah, that 40th anniversary thing. That makes sense."
Well, the problem is that SNL really hasn't been relevant since the late 90s. I think the last season anybody really cared about, aside from that brief stint in 2008 when they got somewhat political towards the end of 2008, was probably the late 90s, like the Will Ferrell, Chris Kattan era of SNL. And then after that season kind of, I wouldn't say bombed. I get why people hate that season. I grew up with that season, so I have rose-colored glasses on that. But I get it. And then after that, people just kind of like only tuned in for the Lonely Island and maybe a handful of people.
Yeah, I mean, you had your Chris Parnell, and you had wasn't Kenan Thompson on it?
Yeah.
Kenan's still on it, isn't he? Or
Mhm.
is he off that now? Oh,
He's still on it. He's
As
like
a
the
fan-
second longest running cast member, I think, now.
Wow, really?
Number
As a
one, I
fan-
think, is still Daryl
everyone.
Hammond, which Daryl
Out of
Hammond's
everyone, I
great.
can't believe out of everyone on who has ever been at show, I can't believe he's one of the longest people.
Was
on
Danny
it.
Tamborelli ever actually on it?
No, all
so.
that. He was
I
on
know
all
he
that.
was on all that. I don't know if he ever made the transfer over though.
No, I
No,
don't
he fell
think
off
so.
the face of the earth after all that. Like I've literally heard nothing about him since his stint on all that. Like I don't want to say died, but no one, like he might as well be at that point.
Maybe he has dead family or something. And he's just taking an extended vacation.
Maybe he's doing like a Rick Moranis.
Yeah, I know he has a podcast.
The only
does?
times I really
Yeah. He has a podcast with the other Pete.
Oh wow, I did not know that.
What's the name
The
of
only-
it? It's like
It's called The Adventures of Mike and Mike.
They
Or
need to
something
put
like
that.
that.
They need to put that on Nickelodeon.
Oh no, The Adventures of Danny and Mike. Excuse me, not Mike
Yeah.
and Mike.
Put it on Nick.com.
The only times I really watch SNL now is if someone specific is going to be the host of it. Like, I remember the one episode I really ever watched fully for the first time was the Peyton Manning episode they did in like 2007.
Mm.
And then ever since then, I would try to watch it every week, but then I would only watch it occasionally because if it's Saturday and I need something to watch or something along those lines. I've never been able to fully get into Saturday Night Live for the sole purpose I'm usually hanging out with people doing other stuff on Saturdays. So that's why for the most part.
It's
Okay.
hard, you know. It really is hard, especially in the days where now you can cherry pick the best bits. I mean, back in the day, you actually had to sit there and watch a whole episode. Now you can kind of just go online and see what bits are worth looking at. I mean, that's one of the reasons why Lonely Island got over so much was that's exactly what people did. They just went for those. But, I mean, also, you really don't see many stars coming from there anymore by comparison. I mean, even the post-Sandler era group that I talked about with Farrell and those guys, like some of those guys actually went on to do movies here and
I
there.
was gonna say,
but
do they make movies from their skits anymore? Because I remember like the late '90s, early 2000s, there was like a series of movies that were based on SNL skits with like Superstar and Night at the Roxbury and Ladies Man.
yeah, I think that's why they don't make them anymore.
yeah, Wayne's World was just kind of a one thing.
I like
know,
Night at
that
the
was-
Roxbury.
It's got its bits. I think Catan and Farrell really worked well with each other. Will Ferrell's one of those guys. I get why people don't like him, but I also see that when you put the right person with him, he works. Like he kind of is almost in a way like an Adam Sandler of sorts, where Sandler's best work was when he was with other people who were slightly funnier than him, like David Spade or Chris Farley. You know, he works better in an ensemble. Same thing with Ferrell. Like I very rarely will sit down and watch a Will Ferrell solo performance, like any of his movies where it's just him.
Ferris419 in the chat brought up that he thought that MacGruber
What? We have someone in
wasn't-
the chat?
Yeah, that the MacGruber movie wasn't that
Yes,
terrible.
I
I didn't see
forgot,
that, but
yeah.
I think that was the last movie that they did.
That was actually a hit. I think that actually did make money. I'm surprised that they haven't gone back to that well.
But, yeah, if you're going to talk about good SNL movies, easily number one, Office Space.
That's an
Office
SNL
Space
movie?
was an SNL skit? Really?
Yeah, it started off as a segment of TV Funhouse.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, that doesn't count. I mean, Robert Smigel's doing his thing so much. He's kind of his own property at this
That's a
point.
Mike Judge movie long before it's an SNL movie.
Yeah.
Technically, it counts as an SNL movie, though. I mean, it's not like, you'd think of, like, Coneheads or something like that, but if you are a group in anything that started with SNL and went on, Office Space is definitely leagued above the rest of them.
I wouldn't count it just because it's not from an iconic SNL sketch, where all those other ones were like people know those as SNL sketches.
Yeah, put it this way. If it had Rob Schneider doing his copier guy there in that, then yeah, I would count it as an SNL movie.
That would have been amazing. Oh, man, they missed that opportunity with that one.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Making copies.
Michael Bolton. The Bolster.
I need to watch that sketch now. I
You
need
know who is kind of like him? The O-Face guy.
Yeah, a little bit. Like, they could have had that character in the same kind of thing.
Mm.
You show my O-face. Oh. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh.
All right, see you guys.
Oh, Blues Brothers. Fuck yeah, Blues Brothers is awesome.
Did Blues Brothers start out as a skit on SNL?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh wow, okay.
With
That
different
was
Blues Brothers. For some of them.
Yeah.
Good old Belushi.
Yeah. Speaking of SNL though, what did you guys think about Murphy on there? I know they were really building up Eddie Murphy's return to SNL after 30 years.
Yeah, that was a disappointment. Like, they made it almost just like, hey, Eddie Murphy's great, isn't he? And he came out and went like, yeah. All right, guys, next segment. It wasn't funny.
Yeah, you can tell he still does not forgive SNL for taking that shot at him. Like, he really took it to heart. And that's unfortunate that he still is petty about that. I was actually thinking about that earlier. Like, Eddie Murphy's one of those guys. How long has it been since he's done a legitimately funny movie? I mean, a movie that everybody can agree is funny, not just a certain. See, Dr. Doolittle's more of a.
I liked it, but that was because I was young when it came out.
Yeah, it's a kids movie. That I'm talking about in general. Like, anybody can look at and go, okay, that's a funny movie. Like, everybody's gonna point to Nutty Professor. That's a genre picture. That's targeted at a
Miguel,
fan base.
You're quoting Chael Sonnen word for fucking word.
Am I?
What?
Dude, I didn't even
ripping
realize
this
that.
up. You're ripping your material off someone else's podcast.
I was actually ripping off.
He's the Chael Salmon.
Chael Sonnen. I was actually ripping off the Salamonster, actually, but
I guess the Salamonster.
Yeah,
right.
he made that.
Whatever way you rip someone off, you fucking lying shit.
But it's not ripping off if it's true. I mean, when was the last good movie Eddie Murphy?
You actually said word for word everything that he said. It's like you rehearsed it.
I'm just gonna say I didn't see Norbit, but Norbit looked funny.
No,
it was terrible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. When you go to Norbit and meet Dave and 1,000 words.
Pluto Nash.
Okay, well then Shrek.
You know.
Oh, yeah, he was in Shrek.
I forgot. Yeah, he was in that
Coming
movie.
to America.
What he was like the most.
That was like really long ago. That was like one of his first movies.
I know.
Can't go back.
That's 1988. A lot of people like Bowfinger, but I watched it at a time where I guess I just didn't get the jokes and stuff, and I didn't really like it. But the same year, Life came out, and I actually kind of like that movie. So that would be the last one that I would say.
Yeah, it's been a good long time. Same thing with Mike Myers, since you brought up Shrek. I mean, it's been a long time since he's really made anything of substance. I think the last movie he tried was that Love Guru, and that was that awful.
Oh my god, that was really bad. Yeah.
Well, all I'm saying is that currently in production, they have 3 movies with his name attached to it: Cook, Triplets, and Beverly Hills Cop 4.
Beverly Hills Cop 4 has been in development for years now. I don't think that movie's ever going to come out because it's been in development since at least the mid 2000s.
It's got a 2016 release date on it.
It's like I said, I'll buy it when I see a trailer. But in terms of Triplets, that is so dumb that might actually work. Like that you almost get the feeling that they know how ridiculous it is because you know what he's playing, right?
I have no idea what this is.
Tell me this is a spin-off of Twins with Schwarzenegger.
It is. It's the sequel.
Yes.
Where he plays the triplet.
Oh my god, I'm totally seeing that movie.
Oh, they do have Arnold and Danny DeVito on it. Oh fuck yes. Oh fuck yes. I am so hot on this.
This sounds like an amazing movie. I don't even need to hear anything else about it. I'm saying this. Just DeVito, Schwarzenegger, and Eddie Murphy. I'm fucking down.
This is like 20 years too late, but I don't care. I'll still see it.
It's like the Dumb and Dumber sequel. The proper one.
Mm-hmm.
Triplets with Eddie Murphy. Yes. Everybody complaining about everything just being sequels and reboots and remakes and stuff like that. Holy fuck, come on. You gotta be down with Triplets.
Yeah, I mean, Arnold seemed to be one of the few action guys that actually had, like, good comedies. Like, you know, Twins was funny. You know, some people say Kindergarten Cop is funny. I'm not one of them. Junior was
all the way.
Yeah, Jingle All the Way is so good.
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin's hilarious.
We're actually going to be talking about that tomorrow, actually, on my movie show, which I'll plug later in there. But yeah.
My movie show. I love that.
No, I'm gonna actually say what it is, but I'll wait until the plugs.
The What It Is Plugs movie show?
Shut up.
The Shut Up Mimsy Plugs movie show?
Anyway,
The-
what were some other ones that's done? I actually didn't find True Lies that funny. That was actually pretty bad.
Yo, you know what? Speaking of a joke from a little bit earlier on, Paden, I wonder if Eddie Murphy's going up to Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger and saying there's 3 of us now. Oh my god. I wish I could give it context, but I can't without seeming like such a terrible person. Caroline, what are you up to right now?
I was actually looking up the Power Rangers teaser.
Cool.
Up to.
I would honestly be fine with like a revisit of sorts where they actually bring back some of the old cast members in a sense, like they did for they kind of did that for Once a Ranger. I believe that was the 15th anniversary episode they did. It was during the Operation Overdrive season. They brought like some of the old Disney era Power Rangers together as like a super team.
All I saw was Forever Red. That was the last.
Oh, that was classic.
And then I can't tell you any of the names of any of the series that happened after I stopped watching that. Like
I can, unfortunately.
I bet if I really thought about it, I could make up names that worked. Like they probably did something like Samurai Force and Ninja Storm and
Ninja Storm was one.
They did Ninja Storm. There you go.
Ninja Storm was one. Samurai was actually, that was the first Nickelodeon season, was just called Power Rangers Samurai.
Was there one called like
Isn't it like Dino Crisis or something?
Dino Thunder. That was actually the one after Ninja Storm.
There's got to be one that's Power something.
Time Force, isn't there?
Time Force, yeah, that was one of the late era Fox seasons.
Of course, Zeo.
Yeah, obviously the best season.
I disagree.
Zeo's-
Mighty Morphin.
Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, Mighty Morphins was the only season for me.
If we're not counting, well, because the original always gets top priority, but if we're counting like seasons after that, for me it's a tie between Zeo and Time Force. Time Force I like because it actually had like actors in there. The people that were actually there weren't just like young kids that they took off the street, so they actually had to do auditions and whatnot. So they actually got people who have done TV work. So I can respect that.
Did they do one called like Power Charge or something? I could see them doing that.
Okay. I'm gonna have to get geeky and name off all of the
Power
seasons.
Strike. Yeah.
Let's see. There was Zeo. There was Turbo. In Space. Lost Galaxy.
Power Rangers in space.
In Space. Lost Galaxy. There was
Found Galaxy.
Lightspeed Rescue. Time Force. Wild Force. Ninja Storm. Dino Thunder. Dino Thunder. SPD. There was, what was the next one after that?
Galaxy.
No. There was Mystic Force. There was Operation Overdrive, Jungle Fury, RPM.
Oh, it should be Jungle Fever.
Yeah, it was Jungle Fury, RPM. Then there was Samurai, Mega Force, Super Mega Force, and then there's the new one that's coming out, but I haven't seen any trailers for it.
They should just
about
dub it
to
Power
premiere.
Rangers new one that's coming out. Nobody
Yeah.
cares at this point.
It actually is. It still makes money for Nickelodeon. They actually put a lot of money behind it ever since they got the rights back from Disney.
A friend of mine, he was living with some other family members, like his cousins and stuff, went to live with him for a little bit, and they were significantly younger. But I went over to his house one day, and there was a Red Ranger figure out on his table, and I was just kind of like, yo, that looks like a Power Ranger. What the hell? And the kid was like, oh, it's the Red Ranger. It's whatever. And I'm like, no. That's not the Red Ranger. Like, fucking Jason is the Red Ranger, you motherfucker. Like,
Yeah.
at most, I'll give you Rocky or Tommy. After
Austin.
that, you're just talking out your ass.
I still have not met Austin St. John. I really want to meet him. He seems like such a cool guy if you've seen his con interviews.
If you've seen his
he has-
gay porn.
Actually, they've disproved that. That wasn't him. That was somebody, I guess, that was pretending to look like him or something.
Should have been Billy instead. Makes a lot more sense.
That's tragic.
You know who does look amazing still, though? Kimberly. Amy
Well,
Jo Johnson.
she does professional modeling. That's why.
She's gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous.
She should do professional modeling.
She should do me.
You know what you're saying? 'Cause you're
I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm talking about sex.
Know what I'm saying.
It's sad that like no matter what, anytime I do that Sean voice, I always pretend like I'm nudging somebody next to me. The person that I'm asking if they know what I'm saying.
And are they nudging back though?
I don't know. I don't imagine that much into it.
I honestly would not mind the fact that they had James Vanderbeek playing Rocky in that fan movie, because he brought it, man. Like I actually want to see James Vanderbeek do more movies. Like he really brought like he was kind of scary in that fan movie. I'll be honest.
I just want to see him play a movie version of the character that he played in How I Met Your Mother. Remember that, Drew, the balding boyfriend?
You know about Adrian?
About who?
Yeah, Drew, you haven't said anything. Where is he anyway?
Hi. I
Oh,
was
okay.
playing Town of Salem.
Okay, you're still playing that game.
Yes, I'm very fucking good at it. Anyways, what are we talking about? Power Rangers turn models, people being hot, ugly.
We brought up How I Met Your Mother, apparently.
Oh yeah. What about How I Met Your Mother? What about it?
James Vanderbeek.
What about him?
His character in there. What do you think?
Well, it's a character.
Go back to playing Town of Salem. We got this.
I'm drawing a blank. James Vanderbeek. Just give me a second. Tony, what's his?
He was
What's
Robin's
his character?
boyfriend.
Which one? Oh yeah. Oh,
The one that was played by James Vanderbeek.
Yeah. Oh, what was his name? I forget it. I don't know, but I thought it was fucking funny though, like how he was just a complete fucking failure and he still works at a fucking water park. Yeah, it's pretty funny. For a second, I don't know why I was thinking of the Brazilian that she met and after him and Robin,
Gael?
him and Robin, yeah, Gael, and they just call him Gael the entire time. Yeah,
Is that
Bringing
a name that's kind of prevalent, Caroline, in Brazil? Gael?
Wait, what? Say it again.
The name Gael in Brazil, is that something that pops
No,
up that you've heard
that's
before?
more like a Mexican name, I think.
oh, I've never met a Mexican named Gael.
So wait,
Gael.
Guile from Street Fighter is Mexican?
No, not Guile.
I don't know. That's definitely not common in Brazil, I'll tell you that.
But yeah, I mean, he's a complete failure, but yeah, he gets it being a hot tub because someone got it, so good for him.
Ferris419, by the way, says he won as serial killer last night on Town of Salem. He's been playing it.
You see, it's a very fucking good game. You're welcome, Ferris. I got you into that game. Now that I think about it, you know the Rob Lowe commercials now where it's him and he compares himself to like another version of himself that completely sucks. It's the new one they have is like of Rob Lowe still in high school or something like that. Like that's what I think of when I think of his character in How I Met Your Mother.
Ugh. I hate those commercials, man. Anytime I visit my parents, since they have cable, I always see those commercials and they're awful. They really are. I
The
just
Rob
I
Lowe
can't-
ones?
Yeah.
Why?
I
Oh, I
like
think they're funny.
those.
No, I think they're too cheesy. They're just certain. I don't know. I'm just not a big
They're
fan of it.
commercials. They're not supposed to be a work of art.
I don't know. It's one of the reasons why I'm glad I don't have cable. Although I will say, we were talking about TV shows. I was staying over at a friend of mine's house, and I did catch a couple episodes of one show, and I don't understand the show's appeal. I don't get why people like The Big Bang Theory. I tried. I really did. I was like, all right, I'm going to sit here. They were like showing 4 episodes. I'm going to sit down and watch these.
Were you watching on TBS or something like that?
I think I was watching it. Yeah, it was a TBS block.
Yeah.
But yeah, God, I could not stand that show. And it was really, if it wasn't for one specific character, the movie would just be passable at best. And anybody who's seen the show, you know exactly which character I'm talking about.
Sheldon?
Yes. He is the most unlikable character I've ever met. I don't get the appeal of him. I don't know why people are fans of him. I don't get the love for him. Anybody who was really like that character would get his face kicked in. Like, that guy
Exactly.
is just...
Now,
Is it
I think
being a fan of the show since the beginning of it, I'm going to bring up some points here. I totally agree with everybody who complains about the laugh track because it's obnoxious. It's always been.
Oh no, it's always been obnoxious.
Yeah.
It's terribly obnoxious.
But I watched that last episode of 2.5 Men, which I haven't seen that show in multiple seasons, and it's just the same, if not worse. So anybody that shits on Big Bang Theory has to shit on 2.5 Men because that.
I think
rating's
it's a
terrible.
CBS thing. I think it's a CBS thing, to be honest with you, because a lot of their shows have like terrible laugh tracks. I think How I Met Your Mother's laugh track was noticeable, but it wasn't anything too bad.
I think it's more of a
because-
Chuck Lorre thing.
Yeah, it's a Chuck Lorre thing. The guy's a hack.
The Sheldon thing, though, this is something that I kind of agree with too. Like, pretty much all the characters have gotten to the point where the show's been on so long now that they don't do as much hard work as they used to do. Like at the beginning season, Sheldon wasn't as intolerable, and the shit that he did that would have had somebody punch him in the face, like people called him out on that, and it kind of was like, not that he was like a villain, but you weren't supposed to think that every little thing that he did and said was funny because the other characters were a little bit stronger then too. Like, it's really tough because now they ran into that situation where kind of like what Family Guy and Simpsons and other shows have done, where they've taken everything to like a ludicrous level and they can't go back to it. Like Penny used to be better, and Leonard used to actually be a worthwhile character, and now they're all just kind of like riding the coattails.
They're geek caricatures, and that's where I think that in the later years is probably the reason why so many people characterize the show as like somewhere between geek exploitation and geek blackface in a way. Like, I get that. I don't go to that extreme, but I understand. And what threw me off was like, nobody that is that bad as Sheldon is would have a girlfriend. And the fact that he still has one, I'm just sitting there like, no. In no universe would a woman ever stay with a character like that.
I think it's possible. I really think the character that they have him go up against actually makes sense in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because when they first introduced her, she was exactly the same as Sheldon, and that was the reason.
And the issue is that they've made her like hang out with Bernadette and Penny to the point where she's more human now than, say, Sheldon is, because there's no way Sheldon will change his ways. Yeah. Where with her, it's more obvious that she can be tweaked with. So I guess now it makes more sense of why would she still be with him. But at the very beginning, when they first introduced her, it made sense because they were both extremely alike up until the introduction of Penny and Bernadette to her.
Yeah, I like I said, I tried, and it's funny because I had a thought recently where I was like, I went back and I tried watching some of the old TV shows I grew up with as a kid to see if they still held up. And man, when you go back to those shows with an adult mindset, those shows take on whole new lights. I still can't believe to this day that I was a big fan of Married with Children. Not that it's a bad show, but man, that show got away with stuff you couldn't get away with today. And I'm just sitting there and I'm just watching it like, wow, I can't believe my parents let me watch that at like 9 years old.
And you know what? I've seen episodes of Married with Children over the past 2 years or so, and I thought kind of the same thing. I also thought, what did I laugh at? I couldn't have gotten these jokes.
Yeah.
So what did I think was funny? Like, when they're talking about, like, you know, blowjob jokes, I wouldn't have known what a fucking blowjob was when I was 6 or something. Like,
I'll tell you what was funny. Ed O'Neill's delivery.
Yes.
It must have been that.
Very fucking underrated as a comedian. He is excellent.
I'm sure I never even understood all the woos when Christina Applegate came out, and now I get it because she was really hot back then. But
she's not as hot as I remembered her.
She was 80s hot.
Yeah, 80s, early 90s. You know.
If we're comparing her to people now, of course not. But that kind of brings up the topic of if you're going back in the past and talking about hot people. Amy Jo Johnson is still as hot as she was back then. So.
Yeah. Like I went back and tried to watch old episodes of that, and for some reason I think it goes back to the whole comedy block thing. They were showing Will and Grace on TV once, and I remember being a fan of that show. I don't know what I was thinking. That show does not hold up. That show is just, it's as bad for gays as Big Bang Theory is for geeks.
Yeah,
like it is right on that level.
I can't run with you on that one. I didn't think that show was good the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
I was young. It was the thing of the early 2000s.
I could never get past that one character, the Sean Hayes, I think is the actor's name.
It's Jack, yeah.
Yeah,
he's the Sheldon of the show.
Yeah. And I never really liked the woman who plays Grace, Deborah Messing. I never liked her either. The dude who plays Will is actually a pretty decent actor, though. I've seen him in some other things.
So essentially, Tony doesn't like effeminate male dudes.
No,
Down for that, but he was an over-the-top, like, you know, the whole, like, ha 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 kind of laughter thing. And
here's the thing. The thing about Will's character is he was the only one on the show that actually had 2 dimensions. Every other character was there to play one type of stereotype. It was You had the Grace character who was there to be the catty straight friend. You had Jack there to be the catty gay friend, and you had the Karen character who was the catty friend to the catty gay character. And yeah, Will was catty, but he did have episodes where he actually had emotion, and he was one of the few human elements of that show. Like, I get when people say he was the one likable thing, because yeah, I agree. If there's one thing about that show that was likable, it was the character of Will.
He actually seemed like a legitimate person instead of the other ones. Ferris brings it up, though. He says, I think one sitcom that will stand the test of time is Seinfeld, and I can still watch old Seinfeld episodes and laugh my ass off. That show is amazing.
Yeah, except when you make references to them on the show.
Yeah, it's true.
It's because they wrote... It's funny, Seinfeld, and this is something I've talked about before, and one of the reasons, one of the episodes I did of my show, I think I talked about shows and movies that basically are just rehashes of other movies, but they just change the race. Like, the one reason why Seinfeld has lived on was because its humor was so well written and so broad, it could appeal to anybody. It didn't just appeal to white people. Like, you could be black or Spanish and find Seinfeld funny, you know? It's why if you took Seinfeld and, like, you know, replaced everybody with, like, a black cast, it wouldn't work. What, did I go too far mentioning race on this show?
No, I'm just thinking about, like, who would play which characters.
I don't think there is in it. That was such a weird cast of people, man.
Like, I can't think of who, if you were trying to cast, like, you know, the black version of Elaine, or especially, like, black version of Kramer or something, like...
Or whatever it is, we know he'd have to get caught on stage for going, he's a cracker!
Oh, you know, if a black comedian did that, he wouldn't get popped. He wouldn't. It would just be a thing.
Or who would play, like, the Asian George, or the Middle Eastern Jerry, or something, like...
No, but then there's only one white character, it's the soup Nazi.
Yeah.
And you get, like, one of the guys who was in Inglourious Bastards to play the role.
Yeah.
Make him a legitimate Nazi.
I have a feeling if they did recast, Ken Jeong would play one of those characters. They'd probably play Kramer or something.
Man, that's tough, though. Like,
this isn't actually the worst idea. I've mentioned this before in private with some people. I did research on this. In the mid-2000s, they actually...
Yes, I have a PowerPoint presentation prepared.
Oh, no. I was actually talking with a friend of mine about TV shows and you know, that whole thing about them remaking them. In the 2000s, they actually had plans to remake All in the Family with an all-black cast.
Ooh.
And guess who was playing the Archie Bunker character?
Cat Williams.
Al Sharpton was cast at one point
Christ.
as the Archie Bunker character. Talk about missing the entire point of a character.
Talk about just the idea of Al Sharpton playing anybody and anything. I can't imagine him being a good actor.
But
I have a question. Who would play George Jefferson?
I don't remember.
What white guy would play George Jefferson?
Yeah.
Moving on up to the, I don't know, south side. Like, where are we going to move this time? We can't go up that much more.
Yeah, but that just, like I said, you know, it was almost like they were trolling at that point. Like, let's take the most politically incorrect racist character in TV history and let's make Al Sharpton his black counterpart. Yeah, that'll work.
Yep.
People are into swapping the races of different characters and stuff like that right now. I'd be interested to see, like, an SNL sketch like that or something.
Hey, if we're going to have a black stormtrooper and Black Annie, why the fuck not?
Yep.
I still say somebody should buy the rights to Shaft and then cast Jason Statham in the role.
Shaft.
Damn right.
I still want to know why we haven't had Shaft with Shaq playing him.
Shaq.
Have you seen Shaq act? There's a reason why.
That's
He doesn't
green eggs
act.
and
He's shacked.
He's a Shachter.
William Shatner.
William Shachter.
I'm having
someone-
flashbacks to Kazam right now, and that one scene where he's got all that candy and that big like mountain. That was awesome.
That really is one of the most 90s movies ever. Like, it just, everything about that movie just screams mid 90s, just rolled into one. I think that's why it's lived on long better than Steel. Because Steel is awful. No one defends that movie.
Well, plus I think it's because Steel kind of took itself seriously.
Oh yeah.
Nobody could have taken Kazam seriously. Or
I
Shazam.
preferred the prequel though, Iron.
Terrible Tony jokes.
I can't.
Wago, you haven't said anything in a while. What are you up to?
Conversation.
He's high.
Yeah, he took too many hits off of Bong Chan.
No, I am actually like on a really bad trip right now.
Oh no!
John ate earlier.
Yeah, the same fucking chocolate.
I'm
Like-
tripping.
So here's the thing. I put the fucking whole one. I like put the whole chocolate piece in my mouth and start eating it. And she's like, "Oh, they said you should only like take half of one of these." I'm like, oh, thanks. Wait till after I just fucking shoved it the whole thing in my mouth.
Take
And-
now, and in 8 hours, take the other one. Wait, I just took 2 of those. What's that? I just took 2 of those. Oh, I gotta go.
So now the whole fucking room's spinning, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh, that reminds me of the worst time I ever got drunk.
Good story.
Oh, I didn't know. I was like, should we continue or just let somebody else talk? 'Cause
Yeah.
usually-
I mean,
And
you
that-
brought it up. So
That worst time you got drunk, man.
I did, yeah. I got basically what happened was I was staying at a hotel with some friends of mine, and the only thing we had to drink besides water was zombie mixed drink.
Water.
Essentially, I was like,
Sorry guys, I'm just cleaning my sink. I just had some burritos. I have to clean the plates.
sorry guys, I'm trying to tell a story here. So yeah, basically, we had nothing else to drink. So I'm like, I'm not driving. I'm just gonna drink this zombie, and I'm just like, I was not prepared for that stuff, man. Because by the end of the night, I was basically just sitting on my back, holding onto the bed, the sides of the bed, screaming for the bed to stop spinning. It was awful. It's the only time I've ever been drunk. Normally, I'm good with handling my alcohol, but I don't know, something about that day. I don't think I ate that day or something, so it was rough.
Surprise, motherfucker.
You didn't eat for once? Jeez, you seem to eat every time we do a fucking podcast.
Is that a quote from the black version of Seinfeld? What is that quote from, by the way?
I want to say it's from House.
Dexter.
Dexter.
It's Dexter. It's the black cop that was chasing after Dexter, I believe.
Never knew that.
It's one of Dace's contributions. It's one of my
Yeah.
favorite ones he put in there.
That's why I was like, I'm used to this by now, but I just never had a means to like put it in anywhere.
I like it because it's got that thud at the beginning of it too.
I always.
Surprise, motherfucker.
What is the thud?
I have no
question.
idea.
He's probably kicking down a door.
No, he's out in the open.
No,
isn't he?
yeah, like I've watched the clip. Like he's like in a shipyard or something like that. I think it's just like a sound sting or something like that.
Yeah. I miss having a soundboard on my show.
Yeah, go get one.
Oh well, you ever want to come to Mega Powers Radio? Just saying.
You know we have one.
We had issues with BTR. That's why we moved everything over to YouTube, because when BTR changed over their video player, it made it so that whenever we did our show, you could only hear the person hosting the call. You couldn't hear anybody else. And for like a couple weeks, we tried to talk to BTR to see how to fix it. They didn't have any fixes, so we ended up moving everything over to YouTube.
Yo, I found a good contact. I know BTR is tough to talk to. I found a guy in one of these podcasting groups I'm in, and like he takes care of all my questions now whenever I talk to him, and I got everything working smoothly.
By the way,
Yeah,
Iris
so
says it's a
smooth.
shipping container.
I'm going to have to talk to you after that, because I've really been wanting to get back onto BTR. We lost I'll be honest, we know this. We lost a lot of our audience moving from one medium to the other. I mean, it happens. It's like moving from one TV channel to the next, and it's something I've been trying to get back.
Yeah,
You know,
TNA.
those guys. Listen.
Well, when you get sick of hanging around in TNA, you can feel free to come and jump in WWE's area.
That sounded like. You're
I
so out of it now, Wago.
Yeah, I appreciate the pun. I'm surprised you didn't strain a muscle trying to reach that far.
It sounded like that was happening. It was like, well, if TNA WWE.
I tore a quad. I'm sorry, guys.
Get it?
Nitpicker.
Netpicker? It's like
Get it?
Netpicker, but on the internet.
Get it? Oh, what was his name? Like, what was that guy's real name?
Ben Nelson.
Ben Nelson.
What a fucking English
Benjamin Nelson.
Benjamin
He
Nelson.
is Benjamin.
But to give some context on that, for those who follow Fanboys Anonymous and Smart Out Moment, if you sign up for the website, no matter who you are, I don't let you use a fake name unless it sounds like it's a real person. So, you know, if you want to go by like John Smith, okay, you can. But if you want to go by, I don't know, like Cena Fan 111 or something, then you're not going to do it. And any time in the past that somebody has suggested using some kind of like an account name or whatever, it has always been stupid. And that was one suggestion was, can I be Netpicker? Do you get it? It's like internet nitpicker, huh? Like that kind of thing.
Fucking bullshit!
It's like, no, I get it. The problem here isn't that I don't get the joke. It's that it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So anybody who's like, oh man, I really want to write for these websites, save me the effort of having to email you back and saying that you can't use a stupid ass name like that.
Oh, dude, Facebook got really bad with that recently. A bunch of guys I know had their accounts just taken away because they didn't even have fake sounding names. It just was a name that wasn't theirs, you know. So that was really rough.
Even they wouldn't let people use stage names or anything like that.
You know
Which
what? I couldn't get on
understand that.
Facebook for the longest time. About like 3 months, it wouldn't let me do it because it kept saying that Mango was a fake last name. I'm like
It
legitimately
is a
serious.
fake last name.
I
It
was
is
so
fake.
I was so late to the party on Facebook because every time I tried to do it, it was just kind of like, look, you got to put your real name in there, and I'm like, I am. Ooh.
Rob Man actually had that. His real name is Rob Man. And that's how he spelled it on there, and he lost his account because they were like, no, that's a fake name. It's like, no, my name is Rob Man. It just happens to be sounding like a nickname.
Guys,
like, no, it's
come
a real
on.
name.
I'm not Jeff.
I think the
Yeah.
same thing happened to Johnny Millennium. He had to change it from Millennium back to his real last name.
Yeah.
It's got to suck for that one dude that was Superman bin Batman or whatever. Batman bin Superman. I think that's what it was. The one guy from the Middle East. It's got
No shit. Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I remember that
the way
story.
that
Yeah,
people are
that's a
naming
real
their kids
thing.
now in America. I happen to know it, not personally, but I know from people that are involved in like hospitals and stuff like that there's weird names all the time. And if your last name for your kid is not the same as the last name of you or your wife, and you just want to name your kid like Zevius and shit, yeah, we got to a point where now we don't have to go like, oh, that clearly has to be from another country. Nah.
Oh my god, I have that issue with my job. I do like tech support for a bunch of colleges. One college in Texas has a huge like Indian population that I've noticed. So I sweat anytime I get a call from them because I just know A, they're not going to have a good phone, and B, their name is going to have like 12 different consonants and one vowel. So I literally just have to be like, all right, just give me your ID. I'll look your name up in the system. I'm not even gonna bother trying to put your name down. It's like I'll find it in the computer.
Jeez, you just shit all over the Indians. Damn.
I'm sorry, dude. I've gotten really racist ever since doing tech support.
It's okay. We're all racist here.
Oh my god, no, me worse though. Like I've picked up some bad habits that I really shouldn't be proud of.
Yeah, you're right. You're the worst, Miguel. You fucking racist asshole.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I really am the Michael Richards of this show. Till you get back to Seinfeld.
He's saying ram yams.
Yeah, fuck your eyebrows too.
He's a carpet jockey.
Yeah.
So we have about 15 minutes left in this show, and we usually run so late that I don't pay too much attention, and then we're like, oh, crap, plugs. So let's get them out of the way, and then we'll continue to bullshit around a little bit. So, Drew, anything you want to plug out there?
We're plugging shit now?
Yeah,
Oh,
and then we're going to
fuck.
go back and talk about whatever until we...
Anyways, well,
Plugging
if anyone is interested in, you could follow Sean as Shaughnessy2K37. Go to his YouTube page, Happy Pope Gaming Productions, and follow him on Facebook at Happy Pope Gaming Productions. That's really about it. Drew Sif White, True Crew for life. That's
Did you
about
eat
it.
wheat chocolate just now?
It doesn't matter. I knew that one was gonna come regardless of what I said. I could have cut the best. I could have done the best job. I could have said the funniest thing ever. Paden would still play that.
Oh, trust me. Wait till we get to.
However, be on the lookout. In the future, I might be plugging some new stuff.
There you go.
Be on the lookout for that.
Oh wait, how do you say it? However, in whatever it was again?
Portuguese?
Yeah,
No entanto.
Nui Tanto.
Tanto.
Yeah, that's good.
So, if you need a bounce house and you live in the Indianapolis area,
If you need
Big
about
pleasure.
that. I like how when you're doing the plug thing or when you're pretending to do an impression. When you think you're doing an impression of me or when you're doing the plug things like that, it's always like, hi guys, I'm Barney. Like, hi, it's Tony Mango here, and we're gonna listen to the All Talk Show.
no, like every time we do Smack,
Get a bounce house.
whenever we do Smack Talk and I do that, that's exactly welcome guys to episode 178 of Smack Talk here on Smoke and Moment. I am your host, Tony Mango.
Oh my god, what?
I should do episodes like that in the future. That, or we should continue that trend that we did before of just kind of like, hi everybody, welcome
No, I
to
do.
the Talk Show.
No, I do that now because when we were doing our I think there were our TLC predictions. You open up an episode thing like that, like hello guys, like very calm and smoothing, like you're Travis Goss, and it made me laugh so fucking hard for some reason. If it's an expert, you're like, okay, guess we're good. Tag team action. Yeah. What's up?
We have fun. Wago, if you're still alive with us, what do you want to plug?
Like, I do some shit for MMA and some shit for other shit. Just go to StephenWago.com and find my shit.
Wago, say poop.
Better, by the way. Poop.
Caroline, any things you want to
That was the
throw
most
out?
depressing poop ever.
Shit everywhere! Damn it! Big shit on the windows! Oh my god! I have the full of shit! He's shit everywhere!
Is any plugs, Caroline?
So,
Sure, yes. Check out my website, czofx.com, and just keep checking Fanboys Anonymous. Poop.
anonymous. Okay, who's next?
Paden?
All right. Well, if you want to keep up on all that's going down in the world of Mr. Paden, follow me on Twitter at MRPADEN. That's Mr. Paden. Most importantly, make sure you're tuning in this Saturday for Dace Man's Gaming for a Cause 24-hour gaming marathon, where there's going to be a Super Smash Brothers tournament where yours truly, along with lots of other cool peeps and some other not cool peeps, are going to be involved, and we're going to play and beat the shit out of each other. It's going to be fun.
Which group am I in?
Ah.
I'm in the cool peeps, right?
Nope.
Oh, damn it. I'm Kirby, though. I'm going to beat everybody's ass.
You're going to be a target. That was your mistake.
Oh, yeah? Well,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Now I'm probably going to get my ass whooped in the very first possible opportunity. I'll be that type of person that goes into it and starts off with like 100% damage already. Or you just
Well,
turn
you
into
gotta give
Rock
everyone
the
a
entire
fair
time.
advantage, Tony.
I don't get hurt if I'm the Rock, right? I don't mean like turn into a Rock.
No, you
I mean
can drop
if I'm
on other people.
Dwayne Johnson. Can I be Dwayne Johnson instead? Dwayne Gretzky?
Dwayne Gretzky.
Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson.
Yo,
Jim
Dwayne
Johnston.
Johnson.
All right, Miguel, any plugs?
A couple. Unfortunately, a few of them I can't do. But if you like listening to movie talk, I do a live YouTube show called The Untitled Movie Show every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock. You can search for it on youtube.com. I'm currently working with some issues with my previous channel I was doing it from due to copyright issues, so I'm not going to give out the address to that yet. But if you search the Untitled Movie Show, we should pop up instantly. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we're going to be doing our second part of our Batman retrospective. We're going to be discussing Batman and Robin, as well as the Chris Nolan Batman trilogy and the future of the Batman series. You can follow the show on twitter.com/unmovieshow. We're going to post links to previous episodes there. And currently, I am working to move old episodes from the BTR days of my show over to my own personal YouTube channel. I'm currently working through that. Keep an eye open for that. Keep an ear open for that. Twitter.com/unmovieshow. Follow us there, guys. I could definitely use the publicity.
Keep your nose open to it, too.
Got us, we're pretty butthurt about it.
When will the Untitled Show get a title?
Episode 100.
We actually, well, I think we're actually almost there. I know we just did our 1 year anniversary last month, so that would be episode 52. So check back with us in next January.
You sounded like you were like, oh man, we're like almost there, like a couple months away.
Well, to be fair though, I am the longest running original series on my channel. The other shows are either fairly new or holdovers from other channels. So I am the longest running original series on my channel. So I'm very proud of that.
The thing, though, is that when it gets a title, it's not going to be the Untitled Movie Show anymore. It's just going to be the Titled Movie Show.
Whoa. There is a show on that station that is much better, and it was Otaku Nation, but it's so good that it's a fucking mystery where it is now.
Dude, I'm still trying to find that show.
It's in the underworld.
Speaking of other shows, next week we might bring back a segment that we did on the All Talk show before, where we were calling up
I forgot about that.
prostitutes, and we were calling up other shows that were happening on BTR at the same time that we were and stuff like that. We might be doing that next week, or at least the next edition of the All Talk show, because we don't know if we're necessarily going to do this week to week. But if you guys really, really want us to do another episode Tuesday next week, then, we'll try to get around to doing that. And if not, we'll try to figure out another time to do it. It kind of depends on when we're busy, when we're free, when we're not too tired, and when we feel like talking and stuff. But it also depends on whether you guys bug us enough, I guess, essentially. So, if you're really into the All Talk show and you really want to hear us gab on about whatever the fuck, then, spread the word. Share the Twitter page, share the iTunes.
T-shirt.
What?
Wear the T-shirt.
Wear the T-shirt. Pass out some flyers. Facebook.
Sure to rock the 1-inch pin.
Facebook.com/alltalkshow is where you're going to find the information of when we do new episodes, and a couple other sources too, like Mega Maniacs on Facebook. And if you are listening to the iTunes or Stitcher versions, make sure that you subscribe to youtube.com/alltalkshow. If you're on YouTube, go to iTunes and Stitcher. Twitter is the All Talk Show, because somebody took All Talk Show. Son of a bitch.
What a douche.
Yeah. What an asshole. I don't even think that they're using it. I think it's like something completely unrelated and like dead. But we only have a couple minutes left. I think that we're kind of done.
Yeah, we already did all the ending pleasantries.
Yeah, so for Drew White, for Stephen Wago, for Caroline Oliveira, for Miguel Leon, for Mike Paden, and for everybody else who couldn't be here, I'm Tony Mango. Thank you for listening to the All Talk Show. Who knows what we're going to talk about next week, but give us some ideas, leave those comments, and all that other kind of stuff, and we will see you when we see you. Adios, everybody.
Spoiler, it's going to be it all.